Hold on, perhaps Nvidia will miss the quarter, which is the main focus of this one, and perhaps earnings are in serious jeopardy. I understand that it has to do with Nvidia missing the quarter. However, we still have to wait a few weeks for it to happen. Regarding your suggestion that the AI narrative shifts somewhat, wouldn't that report be the one that could actually accomplish it? Look, I've met with every major banker, I've met with every major industrial, and the demand is there. And the reason the demand is there is because you get 3 to 4x return, Jensen must have said when he made the appearance. However, because it's calm, he has been quite silent. Additionally, some businesses offer the first 50 consumers a 50% discount on everything in our store for a certain period of time. This offer won't be around for long, so don't pass it up. Hurry quickly to save a ton of money. Be among the first 50, so act quickly. Use the link below to shop right now. Quiet sort of gives analysts information that they shouldn't, don't they? Then there are businesses that are nothing more than steel vaults. And learning anything about Nvidia, there has been a lot of fabricated information regarding Nvidia in recent weeks. It's all made up. I mean, its market worth is around $2.5 trillion at the beginning of the day. Of course, individuals also detest that, much less than it actually was. We now know a lot more than we did not so long ago, according to a story I read. Now we know the 30% gain was completely fraudulent, the article said, and then it said, no, it did have $1 trillion almost lopped off. The market capitalization of the company keys suffered. The numerous got up there, didn't they? However, keep in mind that this is always a multiple. This must be considered a prior multiple. The argument goes back to the bigger one, which is that they will eventually hit a wall, or that the expenditure will eventually hit a wall. For example, you may have seen that the company was selling at 17 times earnings, not in 2025, and most definitely not this year, but maybe in 2026 or 2027, when the hyperscalers are finished. Yes, when you do a discounted cash flow value of this business, what will it mean? Will you pay the multiple as well? That appears to have spread, and the stock was impacted by it. No, you're correct. At this point, though, I would like to outlaw the phrase hyperscaler because nobody ever understood it. Yen character, what the hell is that? It's just how it feels. What do you know? It's like, what is? Who made that one up? The hyperscaler. You're right. This is what I observe. What ought we to call them? Well, tech titans, as they refer to theist networks, is what I like. Just giant planet-eating companies would be oak. That's nice. It's similar to Stephen King, similar to Planet Eaters. That one is Planet Eaters. Listen up, the PE has already been taken. All right, let's review the actual events involving these businesses. Well, Meta had a fantastic quarter. It was due to his ability to employ. I'm not sure if you use Meta AI, but I've completely shifted to it. I no longer use Club, Gemini, or ChatGPT, or anything else. Oh, how I adore it. I'd adore it. My goodness, it's amazing. It is far superior than the other businesses. It makes sense. There aren't any draws or questions like, wait, what platform do you use it on? To put it another way, what will you do with it? What I do is enter Meta AI. All right, it's quite fascinating. The experience is similar to typing on Google, you know. Yes, exactly like that. That's all. You understand. Indeed, it does come up. It's really easy. You have to deal with about 3 advertisements, which you simply glance at, ignore, and then compare. Tell me how a Roth IRA differs from a standard IRA, please. I mean, it's really good and concise. Tell me about Caterpillar and its exposure to data centers tax-free on the way out, please. I mean, I could pull a million. I always go for it because of this. If you want, I can be your AI. Was it Cater who asked the question? Respond to that. No, I'm merely suggesting that you might, I don't know, show up and ask, where is Faber's daughter attending college? Yes, she picked specific schools. He mentioned this after she had examined 4 schools. What am I supposed to do, really? How can I prove my strength? I believe I'm expressing that the company had a successful quarter. Alphabet, we don't know. I have no idea, all right? By no idea, I mean, did they lose this case? With Apple, on which I have contributed significantly. Head over there. Now that I'm in charge of the board, I'm just going to return to your favorite, NVIDIA, because its stock has increased by 2.5%. Do they use these alternatives every day? Have you ever witnessed the children complete their daily options before moving on to their lineup and DraftKings? Has anything changed? The reason for this is rumors that Apple is integrating more and may not require Qualcomm. Apple has been attempting integration for a long time, but it hasn't proven successful. If you don't believe that there are data centers, Broadcom shouldn't be down. If you believe that data centers are harmful, you should know that he has made a number of investments, including increasing his ownership of Nvidia, one of the current leaders. Probably the primary cause of technology being one of the two green industries in the world today. Why? You make this even better. We did cut Nvidia back around 130, as you recall, and I made a mistake the last time I was on set with you. After the Fed rally, we began purchasing back some Nvidia at the 115 range. Therefore, I firmly believe that there was some capitulation when we witnessed that move last week. We witnessed the unraveling in technology, and it has been discussed endlessly. However, that volatility rise, in my opinion, really sets the stage for a low that might actually bounce here in the upcoming weeks and Nvidia's earnings release. Therefore, I think this configuration is excellent. Last Monday, Josh brought out the gap that dates back to May of the 1990s for Nvidia, as I am aware. After closing that gap, I had to purchase further Nvidia to complete portfolio holdings while we were trading at about $100 to close out the week. Given my high hopes for this earnings report and the favorable technical situation here. You got Nvidia, Bren. I'm sure our viewers are well aware of that by now. But what about increasing your investment in this stock, which has been somewhat volatile? Yes, as I mentioned. I believe I closed off all of my covered call bets in Nvidia last week. I concurred with Bill. It washed out, I believe. The price movement of Nvidia moving into earnings at the end of the month is something I really enjoy because there is a lot of fear, but I don't need to add anything since I have a pretty strong position here at Nvidia. Although there has been some technical damage, I have a good feeling that Jensen will show up and deliver it, since everyone, including Elon Musk, told us all of their chips, including Mark Zuckerberg and Satya Nadella. I believe the figure will be quite high, because I believe that at the end of the month, we begin a traditionally lengthy positive quarter for the market. I think that's a really nice addition at these levels. Before earnings, I like Nvidia at 109. Welcome back to the exchange. Despite the sell-off last week, Nvidia's stock is up over 9% today and almost 5% yesterday. Some investors became cautious of the well-known AI brands due to the volatility, but our next guest saw the decline as a chance to purchase and significantly increased his stake. Let's welcome Steve Grasso, CEO of Grasso Global and a fast money trader. It's nice to see you, Steve. So give me the day, Kelly. How are you? Yes, it could have. I always like it when you're correct. However, this was a binary case, so it might have. If the macro market had dropped off, this could have gone horribly wrong for me. Since it didn't, I look fantastic. You know, I own Nvidia after the event on a micro level. My initial ownership was average, I'd guess in the 120s, and I significantly increased that stake. My current average is approximately 102. I was therefore purchasing that much throughout that downturn. That dip could have been stronger again. The market might have experienced a further decline in value. It didn't, therefore I firmly leaned into that position for Nvidia as soon as I saw the market stabilize. What is the plan of departure? Yes, so typically, those are the individuals who watch Fast Money or follow me on Twitter. Typically, I will have my primary positions and then trade tails around them. This is known as trading around a core position. In fact, the tail turned into the center. Therefore, I believe that the stock will most likely return to the 120 level. In the near run, it was clearly at 115, which was only a little distance from where it is currently. As a result, I believe that prices will increase. The market needs to do well, in my opinion. Although the market isn't doing well, and this stock is undoubtedly a momentum stock, I believe the name will eventually print 120. Indeed, I wonder if we've dialed that back a bit. I don't mean to sound romantic, but when you see Apple's intelligence emerging, without being trained on an Nvidia chip, I'm thinking, so these other rollouts that don't necessarily require those big expensive workhorses, Are they kind of telling people that there's a way to participate in the AI rush without it necessarily being that Nvidia share price doubles and it becomes a $6 trillion company or whatever? I'm curious. Yes, I believe that to be a valid premise when you consider that they still own 85% of the market share in AI.